Morning. Stan here, TD Speed Shop. It's early. It's before work early. And we're getting a couple cars delivered today. One first thing, one after work. We have a completely empty driveway. Just gonna move this pile of junk Bobcat. Nomad's coming home today. So, that'll be coming up right away. I got this 55 Nomad last week, I think. And or a couple weeks ago, I don't know when this video will come out. And I went through really kind of quick in the field and stuff like that, but now I actually get to tear into it, look into what I got, decide what I want to do. I ordered a bunch of parts for it. You know how that goes. Floor pan right there, straight from China. And in my process of looking for parts, stuff was A, expensive, and B, shipping is crazy. I ordered core panels for this thing when I bought it 2 months ago, and I still don't have it. I should say, and I paid up for them. So it needs all sorts of floor work and all sorts of stuff in the back, so I bought a project car. Well, I bought a parts car. Unfortunately, it's nice enough it could be a project car, but we're gonna kind of cause the ultimate sin there and chop up a pretty good car. But what are you gonna do? So that'll be here later today. Actually, the project car, or the parts car, I saw it on the internet. I gave the guy the money. I'm paying a tow truck guy. I've never even looked at it. I trust the guy that I bought it from. It was way out of town. It wasn't worth my time to go look at for what I did and for what I paid. He sent me a few pictures of what the parts I want, so hopefully it's all good. Anyways, next thing you see will be Mikey, hopefully dropping off this Nomad real gingerly, because it's such a gorgeous, rare car. And there's going to be 2 crappy cars in the driveway before you know it. One literally gets finished. I guess this one kind of looks crappy anyways. Do you think neighbors even know the difference between this and the crap that's about to show up here? Alright, see you shortly. Let's warm up the old hot rod, and Mikey showed up. Holy mackerel, is that thing bad. You're good there, yeah? Alright, let's get her unloaded. Alright, so it's home. And the first thing we're going to go do is get a car cover, because this will get a complaint from the neighbors. This doesn't even look like a car. There's no throwing a license plate on this thing and calling her done. But we'll cover it up. No one will ever know what it is. And then we'll be back later on today when the other car comes home. And that one we'll do, at that point maybe we'll go through both cars a little bit further, and hopefully it'll be less crappy out. So here's my new ingenious plan. Now, ingenious. It's a bit of a like car guy sin here. I bought a car that I'm gonna part out because I need it. So this is a 56 Chevy Sedan Delivery. Just got it. I just pulled the tailgate off, and that's it. So we got Nomad here. Just we can uncover it. This one is well, she's got to be covered because the neighbors, they don't want to see this. But we kind of went over in the previous video how rough this thing is. I mean, it's rough, but it's a Nomad. Now the biggest concern I had, so in the garage here I have a full floor, which are like unobtainium to get right now, but I managed to get one direct from China to me, which is pretty sweet. It kind of came on a shipment. Now, so we have the full floor, we're fine. I've ordered quarters, they should actually be here next week-ish. The deck lid is here, or the tailgate's here. We have the, this part is in there as well. I guess I was throwing around some parts there, and Don from Don's Hot Rod, who's a big Nomad guy, was kind of all over me. Those are all good parts, so that's good. I don't know what I have yet. I haven't gone through this thing. Like I said, it's been here for a few hours. Once I started looking at it, the rear wheel tubs were junk on the inside here. Like they're fiberglass in all around there. This section here is all fiberglass, and I mean, now that you're looking at it, it's all rotten. The spare well, spare well, it's rotten. So now they sell the section that goes kind of like, man, this is bad, like halfway for the partial, whatever you want to call it, tray area, and up to where shocks are, and it's like $350 or something like that. They don't sell this rear section. They don't sell the wheel well area. At least I couldn't find it. They do sell a complete piece think not Cars, but the other place in Florida has them. Real deal steel. They sell a complete piece, but it's like 1,500 bucks American. Well, that's what I paid for this whole other car, unfortunately. So that's kind of the nitty gritty as where we're going to be. So we're good on floors. I have rockers. The quarters we have. The rear floor is an issue. All the glass and all that sort of stuff. Doors, another issue. Front clip, I think I have sorted. We said before the frame of this thing has been chopped in the front. So it's got, people are saying it might be a Chevelle front end, which you guys might be right. So it's got a Chevelle front clip crudely welded on. So the frame is useless. Like, we bought a roof and a serial number. That's what came with this thing. And but we'll make it into a car. So unfortunately, that's where this car comes in. This car is so much nicer than the Nomad. So I said it's 56 Sedan Delivery. Now everyone thinks that just a two-door wagon is a Nomad. That's not the case. Two-door post there. So the Sedan Deliveries and I guess there's a two-door wagon. I don't know what the difference is, because there's glass, there's no glass, there's all sorts of stuff like that. I think the Sedan Delivery has a one-piece hatch or whatever, tailgate. So there you go. That's what this thing is. I haven't even looked at it. I didn't even go look at it before I bought it. The guys told me what he wanted for it. I trusted the guy. I asked him if the rear floor was decent. He said yes, and it's got a good chassis under it. So we're gonna hack this thing up, which I feel a little bad about. This thing was for sale for a while. No one was buying it. It will live on in bits and pieces. So what I'm going to keep, I mean, obviously it's got a good set of doors. Wagon doors are the same as two-door sedan doors. So another two-door sedan conversion might be in the future. Or I can sell these. They're complete. They got window regulators. They got the lock mechanism. They're not rusty at all. Well, this one's got a bit of work at the bottom maybe. But they're all there. Actually, found this, which garnish moldings are in there, so I can use this on the 57, my car. So a set of doors around here, 300-400 bucks all day long. Easy, easy. I can cut out the post, and that'll be two-door post. The quarters, they're rotten at the bottom and the front, which they all do. The backs are decent. They're not all full of filler, so I'm thinking I'll slice them off and have myself a couple of quarter-panel skins, which I either sell or use on something else. 56 is kind of unique to its own deal, and the wagons don't have the little V like a two-door sedan would, but you got a 3/4 panel. These things, a panel here, are like 1,200 bucks for a proper panel. So I don't know, they're probably worth $200-300 a side to the right guy. They need a patch on the bottom, otherwise they're good. That's the plan. I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do with the roof or the sides. I don't know if this stuff is worth any money. I gotta look that up. If there's Sedan Delivery guys out there that can use this stuff, I would gladly sell it at a reasonable deal. I heard these gates are worth a few bucks, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. This thing is nice. It has. This would have been a perfect car when we were doing the four-door wagon, which we still have actually, just in storage. It has all good tail lights, headlights, all the bezels are there. It has all the chrome and stuff. It has a front bumper, no rear bumper. But this, I don't know how we're gonna get in here because I don't want you tripping. But this is what I really wanted. It's so dark in here anyways, but this back section is in really nice shape. Not all rotten out or anything like that. There's a little bit of rust in a few spots, but I can cut that whole floor pan out with the tire well and everything. The wheel tubs are nice on the inside. There's just a little bit of rust where those were just completely mangled. So I can cut that whole back section of floor out, and it should fit right in there. I'm pretty sure it's the same. I didn't do a whole lot of research. It just said wagon, Nomad, and all that was the same. Sedan Delivery is a wagon, right? So we got that. I don't know. Everything else is kind of unique on a Nomad around the back. The sail panel, I mean, that's obviously wagon stuff, which again we could keep for the 56 or whatever. All the latches, all that sort of stuff is going to be good. Let's walk around the front. I haven't even taken the hood off. You go the other way. Man, this thing is bungee corded together. All the stuff I had trouble finding on the wagon, all the chrome around there. Got a good grill. Everything on this thing is actually pretty nice. hood is not attached, and looks like front fenders are bungee corded on. Let's see how this goes. The hood's bungee corded to the fenders. This off. This guy was serious about it. I'll be right back. Or do you want to keep recording my stuff in fast motion? Okay. Wow. There's not much to this thing. Inner fenders are in the back, so that's fine. Firewall actually looks pretty decent. It's all beat up on that thing. I can always pillage bits out of that. All the wiper mechanism. It's even hooked up in there. We got a good course for it. Look at that, it's not even cut out. It's amazing. Frame looks decent. It's had some sort of Mickey Mouse stuff put on there for a motor. Now that is hokey. Hasn't even had the transmission crossmember stuff cut out of it, so I don't know if this was going to be a race car or something, or someone just lost interest. Unfortunately, well, fortunately and unfortunately, this thing actually has a VIN on it, and it actually has a title. So I feel bad chopping it up a little, but sedan deliveries around here anyways, they just don't bring a lot of money. There was a guy, ugly welded. There was a guy years ago selling a nice sedan delivery for, oh, I don't know, he wanted like 15 grand. It was like a really nice car. It sat and sat and sat and sat and sat, and no one bought it. So I don't know.
And then it became this.
Yeah. And then I mean, so this thing here, it sat and sat and sat, and it wasn't going. The guy actually has a two-door hardtop as well, which was kind of tempting to buy. But yeah, I don't know what the inside structure. I guess. Well, it actually looks like it's the same. All the inner stuff and everything. Like I can show you from the outside. This, which I mean, I don't know what this thing's gonna be like when we get into it. Looks kind of the same though, eh? It's got holes in the right places. Oh, it has a fuel tank in it actually. Looks like it might be rotting out. And I don't know what Nomads have, if that bar right there is a sedan delivery thing only. No, well I guess Nomads would have had a seat. I have so little parts, I don't know what I got when I need. But, I mean, there we go. That's unfortunately the plan. We're gonna chop up a perfectly good car. It's got some sort of like S10 or Camaro or something like that, 80s wheels on it. Maybe some sucker will want those. It's got a factory rear end in it. It seemed to roll okay. Hopefully it's not all piled up. So I don't know. I'll make my money back in this car by parting it out, and then I'll be able to get all the stuff I need out of it. The rear floors and the chassis. So I mean, this thing is going to be a lot. We're going to have the rear floor of that, the front floor, probably part of the cowling and the firewall. Like this thing's going to have a full floor in it, full quarters. And I don't know what else. We're probably not going to take too much off of this. It'll be sold a lot of things, but basically, like I said, I worked out to be, the cost of this was going to be the same price as just the rear floor section on this alone. So as much as I hate cutting up a car, it's simple danonomics. Spend money on a car and then flip it and get your stuff back out of it. So that's what we'll be doing. The 57 is now done. We're going to be working on this, obviously, but I think first we're going to chop this thing up into little tiny bits. I got a few calls out to a few people that might be interested in a few stuff, because I'd sooner, if there's anything someone wanted on it, I'd like to sell it as a complete shell, but I'm taking the frame and everything out of it, so it'll be a bit of a nightmare. So I don't know. we'll see what happens if I can find somebody that's interested in bits and pieces. Otherwise, she's coming apart. But that's this video, just kind of showing you a little update as to what's going on. There is stuff freaking everywhere. We're on the verge, I think, pissing off just one or two neighbors with this stuff. I mean, who doesn't want this Nomad though? God, is it ugly on this side, eh? Holy moly.
Put the car cover back on.
Yeah, I think it's only been uncovered for a matter of like minutes, and I already feel the city coming down. So there you go. That's where we're leaving it. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment below. Unfortunately, hopefully you're not too upset with me that usually I try and put it back on the road, and this is such a nice car. I mean, this is much better than a lot of the cars I would have bought. I mean, it's better than the Nomad, it's better than the 4-door sedan. It's about the same shape as the black car, Black 57. It only needs the front floorboards. The back floors are good. I feel bad, but
it's not a Nomad.
No Nomad. So no be mad. No mad about chopping this one up. All right, we gotta do some car jostling and go buy like 1,000 pack of zip discs. It's gonna be weird cutting up a car and not turning into a 4-door to a 2-door or a convertible or something like that. Just cutting up into bits. The old hack and chop shop. See you in the next video.